Hi there. Tonight we're making Norma's Tennessee beef skillet. So please, stick around. For this one, tonight's recipe we're doing is Norma's Tennessee beef skillet. It comes from a skillet full, which is put out by the South Pittsburg, Tennessee Historical Preservation Society, which is where the Lodge factory is. So that's pretty much where this recipe comes from. It's a favorite of my wife's. I enjoy it quite a bit also. It makes a great base camp meal. We've done it on a few camp outings, and the most recent was last year about this time when we were camped out in the Cherokee National Forest. We did it there. It didn't get filmed entirely, but we did make it there and enjoyed it quite a bit. Otherwise, we've made it around the house here quite a few times and on a couple other camping trips too. Normally I do it in a Dutch oven, even though the recipe itself calls for the chicken fryer. And tonight I'm going to do it in the chicken fryer. My intention originally was to do it in the Dutch oven, but after returning back home I discovered I didn't have enough charcoal to do the task. So we're going to do it on the Coleman stove, which if you see many of my camping videos, you see the Coleman stove goes with me quite often. So it is still part of my base camp setup, and we're going to do it in the chicken fryer. So give me a couple minutes to get started. Okay, I've got a wee little bit of oil heating up in the chicken fryer, and we're going to start off with, I got a whole onion, and pound of ground chuck, and we're going to saute this together till the beef is just that done. And a little bit of pepper. Okay, so let's see how we're doing here. Oh, still got a little ways to go, but it's coming along. Take just a few more minutes on this. Then all the fun begins. Okay, I've got the grease drained off as best I could anyhow. It's a little layer at the bottom, but that's okay. We're going to add now a can of dark kidney beans with the liquids. Can of diced tomatoes with the liquids, which I'm going to try to get some of that little bit of bean goodness out of there. Okay. Supposed to be 3 tablespoons of a bell pepper. I had half a bell pepper left, so I just went ahead and used the whole half of a bell pepper that I had. Half a cup of rice. A seasoning blend of mostly chili powder, garlic. It calls for garlic salt. I use garlic powder, and then just it also calls for salt, and so there's regular salt in there, garlic powder, and the chili powder. And half a cup of water. Pardon me while I do this right-handedly. Alrighty, you're going to cover it for now, bring it to a slight simmer, and then let it simmer for 20 minutes. Alrighty, it's been, I don't know, 10 minutes or so. Let's see how we're doing here. It's simmering away nicely. Rice is plumping up. And turn that heat down just a little bit. Just a little bit more, I think, but it's doing really nice. Okay, we are winding down here. I just peeked on it a second ago, and it's just about done. Just a couple minutes of sitting, and I think the rice should finish itself off. Let's see. That is that. Looking pretty good, isn't it? Okay, so from here, what we do is I'm going to let that sit for just a few minutes, cover it up, let the rice kind of just finish cooking itself by residual heat. Got to go in the house and get the shredded cheese. It calls for truthfully I forget the amount, but anyhow, it calls for some shredded cheddar, and there's one other ingredient I'm going to get to while I'm in there, and we're about ready to plate this up. Okay, let's turn the heat off. It is. Give this one more stir. let me go back and get the, I got the cheese, it's just out of my reach, so I'm going to go get that real quick. Where's that damn phone? Okay. So it calls for shredded cheddar, and we went with the 4-cheese Mexican. I think I've tried it before just with the straight cheddar. We've enjoyed it. We've pretty much enjoyed it no matter how we've tried it. Probably have used a couple blended cheeses before also. I honestly don't remember. But kind of just put a good cheesy layer on here. And well, maybe one more. Probably a little over half a bag, and we'll save this part for us for extra cheese on the plate. Yeah, okay.
Oh, dear God.
You go, Rue.
Thank you.
Remember, you got to do the.
I'm doing mine on top.
Yeah.
Is that what we're supposed to do?
Okay, so this is, if I can get it all right again, Norma's Tennessee Beef Skillet. We went through all the making. You serve it over top of Fritos, or corn chips is what it said. So we interpreted that as Fritos. Hey. And that is supposed to serve 4, likely will. Well, yeah, maybe 3.
Oh, dear God. Oh, hell. I had. I think we needed a ladle. Sorry.
It's your mess.
You want to go close?
I know.
It's wonderful.
Okay, so let me see if I can't do this with. There you are. That's it. And we'll see how it. Very good. Corn chips do make it a little hard to eat, but it's just great. It's a good comfort food. I can tell you from experience, we've made it at camp several times. It is a really good meal for camping. So all that being said, I'm going to enjoy my dinner. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Go home.